I'm live. Hey, Barbara. I was just talking to you. I was just talking to you. I just wolfed down I don't know what she calls that. She does ground beef and gravy and mashed potatoes and green beans. And the green beans, she flavors them up with bacon, with bacon grease. Um, I've been working a lot on that deck today. I'm starting to take shape. Starting, there's 7 in the house. Give me some thumbs up, guys. Number 1, Laney. How you doing, dear? Um, hey, Claire Joy. The reason I'm doing this live today, I did something. I've been thinking about it. I don't know. I don't know if I should or shouldn't. I've been thinking I'm going stir crazy in here. I can't. I want so bad to get. Hey, Cindy, with a Y. I want so bad to be able to go back. This time last year, I was fine. I was slow, but I was walking. I was getting out and about, and I could visit around and stuff. And I can't do that now. Uh, I'm on. Hey, Angie. Uh, I don't know. I I don't. All right. I started a GoFundMe page for nothing but that scooter that will take me all over town, will take me to my doctor's appointments, that will take me over to Lowe's, to the garden center when I want to go, what time I want to go, and not have to ask nobody. I started that page today. I'm really not comfortable doing it, but the price of that thing keeps going up. The last time I talked about it, about 7 months ago, it was $2,100. Well, guess what? Today I looked at it, it's $2,600, 2,700. Um, and I sent a bunch of y'all emails about it to where if you would share me out and stuff. Um, Promote it. I don't know how long it take because I'd have to get around 3,500 something like that because I know there's a charge that uh, GoFundMe gets GoFundMe. They get part of somehow. I'm not sure about all the what fors. Um, but I'm not. I'm just. I need that dang scooter. I'm going crazy not being able to do nothing, go nowhere, do nothing except go out there and piddle around on the deck and come. My videos suck. My videos are no good. I mean, y'all tell me they're okay and all that, but I know, yes, it's a lot of money, but the VA's not going to. The VA won't pay for a scooter like that. They got certain kinds they will, and I got the best they had to offer, and that only goes 5 or 6 miles. It says 7, but I doubt it. Um, yes, I'm a veteran. The VA, the scooter I got now, the VA got for me, but it won't get me to my doctor's appointments. It won't get me into town to go over to Lowe's. It won't get me anywhere but right here in this neighborhood. It won't get me over to my old neighborhood, and it's just a cheap scooter. The good ones you're not going to. They only pay about $800 for those scooters, and that's all they're going to do. And I just want to get out so bad. I want to go. I want to go. I was doing horse videos and all that stuff. I can't do that without asking my daughter, and usually she can't. She will pop when it's going to the doctor and stuff like that. And some of y'all say, well, she ought to pop and do more. Well, maybe she should, maybe she shouldn't. And I, and there's little things, and it's scaring me bad that I get in these stinking depressed states and just just not happy. And I try to, and they say a lot of times you can tell somebody that's really suffering from depression is because they're smiling all the time. Well, I try to smile all the time. And I am suffering from depression. Sometimes it's not as bad as some days, but I just, I sent some emails to different people, different one of you guys, the ones I had emails for, telling you that I did it, and there should be links in there and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know how to put it. I thought I could put a link to it up here, but let me see what this says. They won't get me a better one. They get me that I'm at the top. I'm at the very limit. They won't get me one just because I want to run all around town and talking to people and stuff. I've done looked into that, and they just won't do it. But let's see what this says here. I'm gonna pop that paste. Oh no, that's nothing. That's not that's not. Surely that's not the link. I don't know what that is. But I'm just worried that I'm losing it up here. Uh, and I worked a lot on that deck today, and I was happy with how it's coming along, and it's getting straightened out. But once that's straight, what am I going to do? Uh, I just I don't know how to explain it. I just know if I could get on that dang scooter and go over to the clinic, which is only about 3 or 4 miles, my scooter, I'm pretty sure it's not going to, my scooter's supposed to go 7 miles. But I don't think it will go over there and back without me sitting somewhere. Don't tell them all that. You need it to get to the docks and the stores. Um, they're not going to get me one. I've done seen what they got to offer. I got the best they had, and that's what I got. That little 4-wheeler. Those others are less than that. Um, I did it right. Oh, okay. Anyhow, I'm just asking if some of you folks would share it out and stuff, and it may take 6 months, it may take a year, but I'm not going to touch any money in it that comes in it till there's enough in there to buy that scooter. Uh, I can't. I could get it on credit, but there's no way in heck I can make them payments. It's $220 a month for 12 months. So I'm not going to be obligated on payments. Uh, but I'm just thank Trump. Medicare won't cover it anymore unless like 6 doctors sign off on it. No, and Medicare won't give you a big one either. Uh, I've seen what they got to offer, and I've seen one guy had one. It looked like it would do the trick, but it only goes so far, and my problem right now is the distance. I want to be able to go. I want to be able to go to Publix and get my little groceries again. That I need. I want to be able to ride over to uh, Lowe's and go in the garden center and get any freebies they got if I need them or what. I just want to be able to do all that. I want to be able to go over to the eye doctor, which I didn't go. I had an appointment. What was it? Tuesday. I had an appointment Tuesday, and I forgot about it before my daughter went on that day trip to St. Augustine. But it was after she was gone I realized I had an appointment. Well, if I had that scooter, I could have went to that appointment. No problem. And this thing there's a picture. You can go to the GoFundMe. It's a nice scooter, and it's got all the lights and the bells and whistles on it. Um, but for right around $3,000, it ought to have all the bells and whistles. But I couldn't believe that thing went up as much as it did. And now of course I couldn't go to my appointments in Gainesville because that's 30 miles away. I could get there, but I couldn't get by. And I don't know how long it would take me because it only goes 20 miles an hour. And this little scooter of mine right now, it only goes 5 miles an hour top speed. So I started the thing. I know a lot of y'all, you listen to a lot of stuff I say and you take notice of things I say and things I do. And just like that toothpick thing, where is that thing? The only reason I have that, what did I do with it? The only reason I have that The only reason I have this thing, because I can punch the button on that YouTube of mine and turn it on. Because it's got a hole in there and you have to stick something in there and that'll punch it. My YouTube cameras are shot. But somebody said that's very annoying, so I'm not going to stick that thing in my mouth again when I keep it handy. If only got the YouTube, but most of the time I'm not going to have it. But I know I've become aware that people pay a lot of attention to different things that I say and different things I do and stuff, and I may even seem wishy-washy, but and that's what's worrying me too. I'm arrange appointments how? If she can't be here or she's at work, arrange it how? Arrange it with who? You know, I don't. I'm not going to infringe on people I've known over the years to come haul my butt around. Uh, but there again, that's another problem. Arranging rides and doing it at their convenience. You know, I don't want to do it at their convenience. I want to do it when I want to, how I want to. I want my freedom back, for crying out loud. I can't understand why nobody seems to understand that. It's just, it just tears me up that I can't go right now and jump on in the car and go to the store. If I need something and I ain't got no way to go to the store to get it, I gotta order it on Amazon and pay three prices for it. Uh, it's just I'm confined. I feel like it's just closing in on me, and it's driving me nuts. I try to stay busy out there on that deck, and I did stay busy pretty much today. But in a day or two, I'm gonna have everything done on that deck that I can do till different plants is ready or something. So I'm gonna be right back. Who can be my ears? Hey, tyrannical mystery and my Marine friend, my Colonel friend. I was friends with a Colonel when I was in Shuford, Colonel Shuford, and he was our commanding officer. I don't mean my battery commanding officer. He was. Yes, I wrote it up. I don't know how it sounds. You know, it's just the best that I could do. Hey, Cupcake Girl. But Colonel Shepard, he was a friend of mine, and he didn't like me too much at first because I met his daughter. I was 18, she was like 17. And he didn't want me dating his daughter. But he got to where he liked me after that. I never did date his daughter, though. I decided I didn't like her. Colonel Super, he was, what the heck do we call him? He was a battalion. He was a battalion commander. Uh, but it got, we got so close that I didn't have to throw a salute at him. Out in public, I did, but just, you know, in private or something, no. The VA has a van, and that's all they do is haul their people. But you have to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. Then they transport. You don't get to go to the appointments here and then. You, you they take you all the way to Gainesville, and then you most of the time you're waiting. And if they don't get done with your appointment by the time and that van's going back around 2 or 3 o'clock. And if you don't make that, then you're SOL. You got to figure out some transportation. Um, uh, well, when I go, most of the time, I can handle once I'm in there. Uh, I like having my grandson with me. Uh, because he hears, he's loud, and I sometimes when I can't understand what the doctor, but I've just got to learn from now on when I'm sitting in front of that doctor, and I'm gonna rake his ass over the coals when I get in there. Sometime about in the middle of August, because by gosh, I haven't had test strips in months. I'm supposed to be taking 400 milligram gabapentin 3 times a day. I'm only taking 300 milligrams 3 times a day because he's got it screwed up. Now, I admire somebody old and wanting to work and all that. Uh, I, but he screws everything. My prescription just screwed up. I had to get on the phone, and you almost have to sound. And I am not. I ain't gonna say that word because if I say that cotton picking word, they're gonna limit my videos, and I can't monetize them. I can't say the word, but uh, the word describes somebody that wants to do themselves in. Because this last video that just went up, I'm not getting any ads on that because they got it limited because I said that word a couple of times in there. And I'm not like that. All I said was I don't have the option of even considering something like that because I got family here and they need that little piddly amount of my Social Security. Uh, I don't have that option. And I know when somebody does something like that, I know what it does to a family because my dad did that when he was 57 years old. And if he was living right now, or if he could hear me, I would cuss him out to a royal for doing that. Oh, but answer to what? But he wrote it himself. Yeah, I wrote it. I wrote that myself. I don't know how it sounds. What it says, but I just try to explain. Some people say I tend to give out too much information about my life, but I can't help that. I'm so dang fond of this handful of subscribers that I've got that actually listens to me and talk. Uh, and I'll tell them to the best of my ability. I'll tell them anything they want to know if I know. Uh, By the way, tyrannical Colonel, one time when we was in training, it was basic training, and we had this second lieutenant, and he was a young fella, and he was one of them 90-day wonders. I ain't got nothing against 90-day wonders, but a lot of times those second lieutenants don't know squat. This guy, I had a 3.5 rocket launcher on my shoulder, ready to fire, loaded and all that stuff. And he come over there and snatched that thing off of my shoulder. And in the process, he fired it. And it was pointed almost straight down in the ground in front of him. But when it fired, it glanced. It just hopped along the ground, probably 50 foot or so, before it exploded. That guy, oh my Lord, he screwed up. No, you can't get time back now for us guys. I know, and if push come to shove, I ask her to do something, she'd do it. But it's just the fact that I'm 80 years old and I got to ask somebody, can I do this? Can I do that? I hate that. I've just lost I don't have any freedom anymore. I did before I got COVID, and I was walking and I was within riding distance of certain things. But for the most part, I'm not in riding distance of any of that now because the mileage is not, you don't get the distance on this thing that I got. But man, I don't know how to explain it. I want my freedom back. I don't know. I just don't know how to explain it. And I really didn't want to do that GoFundMe but and I don't know how long it'll take. I may die before it does that, but I'm putting somebody else's name on it besides mine, so that if something did happen to me, they could do whatever they have to do or want to do with it, and it's not going. Could have blown his foot. Yes, he sure could. That boy. I swear, I don't think he was but about 19 or 20, young guy. Nobody never liked those 90-day wonders when they come through there, as a second lieutenant. Does he drive, Marty? I would drive if I still had my driver's license and something to drive. I could go that route, but I don't know if I could pass. I don't know if I could pass a driver's test now. I don't know. And to tell you the truth, I don't feel like I don't feel like it would be safe driving a 2 or 3 thousand pound vehicle down the road. Uh, it's a lot of difference in that and just driving that little 200 or 300 pound scooter. Gee, they had one. All right, thank you, Tyrannical. I appreciate it, Colonel. And there you go, sir. I heard an officer tell one that this guy wouldn't salute him because he didn't like him. And the officer called him out on it and said, you're not saluting the man, you're saluting the rank. And I don't know where I heard that, but I heard it somewhere. Um, well, who should just said, somebody said, where do I go to see the GoFundMe? It's, would somebody put up the link to that GoFundMe? I think, let me put this thing up again. That's the only thing I know that's part of the link. I don't know if it's all of it. It's even got a picture of the scooter. It's a sporty looking little thing. Well, it ain't all that little. I don't know if I would even be, if I could go to Publix on. I don't know if I would be allowed to take it in Publix, but I can park it outside and have one of the employees bring me one of their scooters out there, and I could use that. Um, but I appreciate you, Colonel, sir, and thank you for your service. You are a bit older, have some medical issues, and just need a little help. If you can just, there's no shame in getting on. No, there's no shame in getting older, but boy, it, hmm. And I read something yesterday about if somebody smiles a lot, they may be depressed. I never heard that before. I've always been a smiler. Um, who was that said that? It wasn't one of my subscribers. It was somebody else. But man, I mean, like, what if I just could think of something I need right now instead of jumping on Amazon and ordering it and getting it next day and paying 2 or 3 prices? I could jump on that scooter and go down to the store and get it right then. Not have to tell my dog, would you pick me up something at the store when you come home in the morning? Um, it's just, I don't know if I'm getting anybody to understand how it feels. The only thing I can say is that if you live long enough, the day's coming that a lot of you are going to go through the same thing. And some of you might be going through it now. Y'all have theft around there, don't you? Well, somebody stole some stuff out of this house when we brought the first load over. They come out there and took everything we brought in that load. And that was my shoes. I don't have any shoes. I got these, I hate these things. And right now I'm wearing my old ones. The last time I was at the podiatrist, they gave me a new pair. But the lady that goes back there and gets them, she gave me a size too big. It might be two sizes too big. It's got all these Velcro straps and stuff. And I can wear these, but they stick way out further than I'm used to, and I catch them on stuff, and I fall or will fall. So I don't wear them. They're brand new. So I've still got my old, and I don't see her for another 2 or 3 months to get it. But somebody come in here, they took my shoes. These are regular shoes, but they were fitted shoes, and they were very nice shoes, and they was through the VA. They took my shoes. They took some tools. They took all my daughter's shoes. They took just a pile of stuff, and every once in a while I realize something else they took. But it was all gone, and I'm pretty sure that I know who done it. And I'm not gonna push that, but the landlady said, that fella's got some questionable friends. But right now, maybe I'm narrow-minded. Right now, maybe I got the blinders on. All I can see is that big scooter and me able to get on that thing and go to Cascades where my appointments is at, go to my eye doctor, which is across town. Uh, I could ride around town doing my videos of those horses of Ocala that I've been wanting to do for so long. Uh, just the things I could do. Uh, I like to go in businesses that I don't know what they're. I don't, there's a couple of businesses there I don't. They built this building and I don't know what they do, but they're manufacturing something in there. I want to go to the office, talk to the manager, said they'll take me through and let me take a video of what they're doing. I don't want them to show me nothing that would be proprietary to what they're doing, but show me in general what they're doing. That's interesting stuff to me and the stuff I love to do. Uh, there's just so much I could do. Getting the sooner appointments like pulling hen's teeth. Uh, you have to go down there and get in their face to get their attention. You can't call up that number and then they'll answer it and then they'll say, well, what's your last four? And you give them the last four, well, get somebody to call you back. Well, they never call you back. And every time they tell me, and I tell them, well, I've been there, done that, but we'll see. Uh, they, they're they're not they're not very helpful and sometimes they'll cancel your appointment and they only tell you about it the day before or something. And I've already got my appointment. It's in my schedule and it bangs on my computer and reminds me. Uh, no, I don't have anybody coming in the house. I don't know. I don't know what I could get anybody to do. I've been thinking about ordering Meals on Wheels and get that one decent meal a day. Uh, and that I get in their face when I can get over there, but right now I can't get over there unless my daughter takes me. And it, she's not healthy. I worry about that all the time. But I just want my independence back. I just want to be able to. It's not like it used to be. Before I got COVID, if I need to go across town, I just get the keys to the car and tell her I'll be back shortly, and I go. Uh, I When it comes to the VA, I know how they work. I had cussed more doctors and nurses out, get mad, and show them people how mad you get. They are supposed to help. They, that's right. I just don't remember to call them up, and I can get my grandson in here and he can talk to them and do whatever. But I don't get a decent meal a day. Now my daughter just fixed the meal in there, and it's something I love. I call it shit on the shingle because that's what the army always served for breakfast a lot was chipped beef, gravy, and toast. Only when she makes it, it's mashed potatoes and the chipped beef and green beans. I love it. Now that was a meal. I had a meal last night. Uh, is this Tuesday or yeah, it's Tuesday now. She won't be fixing no more meals uh, till next Monday. She does it on Monday and Tuesday because that's her days off. And during the rest of the week, Donovan fixes a meal in the evening. Sometimes it's okay, sometimes it ain't. Um, we don't have an abundance of groceries. I thought I got 200 and something dollars in food stamps a month, but I only get 160 something. And she uses that too, you know. She don't get any stamps. My oldest grandson, he gets about $160. Uh, but if whatever I eat, most time I have to fix it. Uh, and unfortunately, they love stuff that I'll eat it, but I hate it. I hate pizzas. Uh, I hate what is that stuff? Lollipastas and stuff, you know, and but I need a good square meal every day, and that's what I need to do. Matter of fact, I'm making a note right now. I'm going. What's the Tuesday? I just asked that. Let me write that down. I'm gonna call him up tomorrow. Now, see, if I had that scooter, I could drive right over there. Meals on Wheels. Matter of fact, they have a setup over there. You can drive right up there and go in there and eat in the dining room. But my scooter might accidentally make. Oh no, I don't think it would. I'm definitely afraid of getting out there and that thing quitting. I don't know what I would do. I guess I would have to call 911 and have the police come or something to haul me back to the house. Uh, I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm not going to say there ain't nothing I can do about it because I think there is, and I think I'm probably doing the right. I don't know. I don't know how long it would take to uh, get that. And it's all my fault. I made this bed. I made it. Didn't nobody else make it for me. Don't nobody else owe me a dime. But here I am getting money from people and depressing, major depressing. I've got a strong mind and I try not to let stuff get the best of me. Uh, Somebody said something I could thank Trump. That I could thank Trump for something that's going on in my life. But no, Trump don't owe me nothing neither. Don't the government doesn't? All they owe me is that Social Security check uh, once a month. That's all they owe me, and it's no more than it is because I paid myself a lot of myself off when I was in business. I would be making payroll. Everybody else got their checks. They got right Social Security, hell out of their checks and all that stuff, and unemployment tax. That all got paid. But for me and my wife, we took it under the table. And so I didn't have enough Social Security paid in to get a couple of $1,000s a month. I had enough paid in. The most I'm getting that I get right now is $803, and out of that, FEMA gets everything from it till it's just 750. They can't take no more from my check. They have to leave me at least $750. If they could, they'd take it all. But they get that. So even with this new raise coming up, I'm not going to get that. I'm still going to get the 750. FEMA's getting a raise. Um, no, she don't owe me. Uh, I mean, now if I understand what you're saying, but see, when I made my bed, I was making her bed too. Uh, I didn't, I didn't raise her right to where she could be self-sufficient like her cousin. Her cousin that they were born 2 days apart and they were pretty close. And her cousin, she's an attorney, and last I heard, she makes about a half a million a year. Um, so that girl was raised right. I didn't raise mine right. I didn't have no business having kids. I needed kids when I was older. I know more about what to do and everything now. Oh, yeah, I understand what everybody's saying, and uh, that's what worries me too. At what point do I get so distressed? At what point do you get when you get so distressed you do something stupid? I don't know. I don't think I could ever get to that point. But it's sure tough not, oh Lord, I'm fixing to, see, that's another thing. I don't need to get upset and bawl. Uh, no, there's nothing, Sandy, there's nothing else going on. I've lost my independence. Period. That's it in a nutshell. I've lost my independence and it's driving me nuts. Just driving me nuts. Oh, that's it in a nutshell. You know, there's nothing else going on. It's driving me nuts. I didn't raise my daughter right. My daughter makes squat, you know, and it's because, like, when I caught her skipping school one time with this girl one day, the school had called me, "Where's your daughter?" Well, she's at school. But she was riding a bus. So I went to the school and I was standing out there close to her bus waiting for her to come up to the bus. And instead of going down the right path on that, what did dumbass Russell do? I said, well, if you don't want to go to school, you're not going to be sitting here taking up somebody else's space. Just quit and get you a job. Now that's what my dumbass daddy did when I told him I was going to smoke. He didn't raise Cain about it or any of that stuff. Well, you're going to have to buy them. Wrong. You know, uh, uh, it, it, it's just, I didn't think it would be this tough. I can't get the keys. I can't go in there and get the keys and get in the car now and drive. I could, but I don't have a license. And if you get caught driving without a license, that is up to the discretion of the officer that stops you, whether they put you in jail or let you sit there till somebody comes by and drive and does. I've been a dumbass most of my life. But I kept my family fed, and I kept a lot of other families fed. So I must have had some sense. But I didn't know. And I don't mean this in an unloving way, but I had a dumbass daddy, and I had a dumbass sleep around mama. I love them. And sometimes I think the only reason I love them is because it's my mother and it's my father. But that's why I started the GoFundMe. If I can get that scooter and just get a little bit of that independence back, man, that would be wonderful. Just to get on that thing and drive it down that ramp. Say, I'll be back in a little while. I'll tell them where I'm going and go on. Heck, I could even drive over to Silver Springs. That's about that's about 6 miles away. And would have a 40-mile range on that thing, and I could go over there and do the videos I've been wanting to do. Uh, for so long. What, the test strips? Uh, they're they're I forget what they even call them. What brand is it? Freestyle. But the VA's supposed to be sending me these. I think I have maybe 2 or 3 in there left. I've been testing my blood maybe 2 or 3 times a month. I'm supposed to be doing it 3 times a day. But they quit sending me these things. And I'm reluctant to get on that doctor's case because he's pushing 70, and I admire somebody that can work. But when you're dealing with somebody's health and their life is in your hands, it's not good. It's not like me, I'm old and I have to quit driving, but I'm not, somebody's life is not in my hands. And I'm going to try to call them up a month. That's another thing. I'm a very, very social person, and I've got 3 people here that I know socially, that lives on the street, and that's it. Over there in the old neighborhood, I had 20 or 30 people that I've met and talked to on a regular basis, and I had Lucille, that old lady, kissing. I'd love to see her again. And I worry about her, whether she's going to be all right. She's in her 90s and she lives by herself. But she has her independence. She gets out, she drives, she goes to restaurants and eats and stuff like that. Um, well, no need to worry. It's the Freestyle lights, that's what I use. And just to buy them straight out, they're expensive. Now I raised Cain a while back. Y'all might remember that about not even having the syringes, and I was using used needles, and then they finally sent me 2 cases of these hypodermics in the right size. It's a 50 unit instead of a 30 unit, and so and y'all got all over me about that when you found out I was here. I thought it was all right. What in the world? Oh, I got my notes there. I got to call that. I'm going to call that Meals on Wheels. It would be nice about that Meals on Wheels could set me up. I could just drive over there in the middle of the day and get my, sit down there and eat my meal and socialize. But it didn't occur to me, these needles, I mean, I would take a shot, but I was using Jaden's needles that he'd already had a shot with, and I take the plunger out and I put this thing in alcohol and clean it good before I use it. But boy, y'all jumped all over me. But that's okay, it was stupid. And I finally got them. Once I got hold of the right person, I had them here the next day. Uh, so the insulin, that's not a problem. I don't like using the needles like this. I want to use them Levomir pens, but VA is not that Levomir. That's a major brand name insulin pen, and they uh, one of those one of those pens. I forget how many doses is in it, but one of those pens, the retail on them things $100. I had sent you an email stating I will pay for your friend that has a van. Yeah, but that means that's good. That's a good one-time thing. Veterans Experience Office Pharmacy Survey 2 minutes. No, I ain't falling for that. What good's that do me? Doesn't do me any good. Hey, Elena, how you doing, dear? A little bird was telling me, Elena, about you having a problem with your with the way your jaw is or something that was painful sometimes and everything. Well, dear, I'm so sorry about that, and I hope y'all can get something done about that. Uh, but I know Mama told me about that. Um, I'm gonna I'm gonna call that hotline again. But see, when you call them people, don't start sounding stressed out and that word again. Sure, I ain't gonna say it because they'll put a strike against me on it. But don't sound that way to them, or because then you could lose what rights you do have. And in this state, I don't know if they got it in any other state. Uh, they can Baker Act you, and that puts you into a mental institution for so many days. And the thing about it, that time that happened to me, I was laying in the bed and couldn't move or enough to go to the bathroom on my own, and I wanted a porta potty. And I called the dang drugstore to see about getting one and how I couldn't afford it, so I was seeing about getting one, and I was telling this lady, this is a store clerk, and I said, sometimes I just want to die. That's what I said. And how many times have we all said that? Oh, I wish I was dead. You know, a lot of us have said that. And what did that lady do? She's like a bell went over her head. Oh, he's that way. And guess what? She called the thing about a wellness check or something, and here come a dadgone deputy sheriff, was still wet behind the ears, and decided I was that way and Baker acted my butt and sent me to that mental place 4 or 5 days. And by the way, that cost me, they charged me $1,900 for that. And after about 5 days, this doctor, a lady, she said, Russell, how did you wind up here? She couldn't believe that a store clerk that never seen me or anything got that started, and couldn't believe that that deputy sheriff didn't have enough sense to realize that I wasn't that way. I have to be careful about them words, because anytime they're still reviewing that video. It's the last one I put up. They're still reviewing it. But I'm telling you what's the dang truth. Cindy Conway, 352-620-3501 is Ocala Council on Aging. Hold on, let me write that down. Where'd it go? 620. 3501. You have to be careful what you say to people like that too, because they might and especially my age, when my daughter's not telling, well, you get a bunch of people coming in here and all that, and they decide you don't need to be here, they can put your butt in a nursing home whether you want to go or not. So yeah, that worries me. That worries me. But right now, just the way I see it right now, if I had that scooter, would solve about 90% of my problems right now and how I feel and everything. Yeah, it may, chance it might not. But the way I see it now, like today, I was sitting out there working on that deck, and I'm getting it. It's looking nice. Looking nice. Working on that thing, and then I want to take a break from it. So all I can do is come in the house and get in here on the computer and watch YouTube videos. That's all I can do. Otherwise, if I had that scooter, I could go to town. And there's so many things I've been wanting to do on my videos, I had this couple of neighbors in my own neighborhood. They were going to let me come over to their house one day. Each went two different places, and go in their house and take videos, and they weren't supposed to clean up anything or move anything. Just go in there, see how the other person lives. I wanted to do that, and I've asked several people, and some of them were agreeable to it. Some of them, well, I have to know when you're coming. Well, that's not the point. I want to just come in unannounced. And when I go in your bedroom, if the bed's not made up or it's made up, so what? I just want to see. I mean, of course, you can remove stuff you don't want nobody to see. Lena, I think about you. I think about you and your problem. I think about Rianne. Uh, um, but I just think that would solve a lot of my problems. I really do. Uh, God, I never thought losing your independence. I thought it would kind of be nice to have everybody do stuff for you. You didn't have to do nothing. But that sucks. That sucks. I want to go in there and do my own washing my clothes, and I can't do that because there's something wrong with the drain, and the water all drains into this big tub thing they got. Then they roll it in here and empty it into bath and in the shower, so I can't handle that. I want to do my own clothes. Your emotional, mental health works with your physical property. They are both important. Yeah, I guess so. And to that person, I won't name you, dear, you ain't got no business sending me no money. You just barely got enough to get by on yourself. But then you send me money and it's not much. Uh, well, actually, now my depression, when I have these little talks, it gets better. It gets better. But I wish I didn't feel so guilty about doing that GoFundMe. And yeah, sweet dreams, Sharon. Um, I guess we need a family reunion, Boppy. Yeah. Um, I wished I could go to my Pearson family reunion just one more time. All the ones with the living memory of Granddad and Grandmama in that house. There's only a handful of us now that have a living memory of that. They're all going away. And thank you, Paul. Um, I like to tell y'all one time about this man. He's older than me, and his wife done passed away, and he was an elder in the church and all that. And the last time I seen him, he said, "Sometimes, Russell, I just wish the Lord would just go on and take me home." Well, I'm not to that point. I'm not ready to go. I got something to do, something to say, if I can keep my head straight. uh, but anyway, I didn't mean to run this video this long. I just want to tell everybody what I did with the GoFundMe, and I sent and I would like to put some of you in there as uh, team leaders or something they called it. I'm not sure, because I'm sure I'm gonna miss something or whatever, and a new granddaughter, brand new baby. That's something else that really depresses me sometimes. My baby is 13 now, and I'm not going to have any more babies unless my middle grandson and his wife have a baby. But I won't have access to that baby like I have everybody else. And I would want them right here. I'm sorry to hear that, Paul. I lost my brother, the one that had was a wounded veteran from Vietnam. Matter of fact, he had two Purple Hearts. Lost him in 1987. 1987. He he had he had service connected disabilities and stuff, and I don't know what it is that affected his psychic the way it did and everything, but it did, and he died from it. New baby smell ain't nothing like a new baby smell. uh, yeah. Anyhow, anyway, I got this GoFundMe up, and if you can point anybody in that direction, it would be much appreciated. I don't know how long it's going to take, and I'm not going to take any money out of it till there's enough money there to buy that dang scooter. Uh, and I'm going to have something set up. I'll have somebody in mind that if something happens to me, I don't know how I'm going to work it because I was going to have something that's set up that this person could go in there and withdraw the money and put it towards something. I don't know. I don't know just how I'm work at. Uh, Maybe the right thing would be that my daughter would. But no, I don't want family. Hey, Teresa McCain, how you doing? How you doing, dear? How many brothers and sisters did you have, Paul? I don't believe I ever heard you say. I've heard you talk a lot about your mom and dad, and I remember when your dad died, and you was kind of lost there too when you was in Vegas. I remember that. I remember you from a lot of different times, Paul. Um, anyway, I hope I hadn't said any words in here that's gonna make YouTube put a strike against my thing where I can't get monetized. That's the other one, I can't get monetized on it. It still says under review, but my videos, everybody that's going to look at my videos when they come out after 2 or 3 days, everybody that's going to has already looked at it and it don't get any more views. I do have some people that live stream. I got one person that live streams, two people actually that live stream my video sometimes 24 hours a day. They just let it run. I don't know if that's illegal or not. Uh, yeah, but I got all over his case the other day. When I was sitting here doing a live stream, and he didn't like the tone of something some couple people were saying. And yeah, he went there and turned that internet off, and my heart just went blank, and I found out what it was, and boy, I raised Cain, and then he went back and turned it on. He worries about stuff. I'm looking forward to that, Christy. I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, I feel better. Um, I have to drink some of my tap bottled water. Okay, guys, I appreciate 31. I got 31 in the house. Good grief. I ain't never had 30 something people in the house at one time. I think most I ever had was 27 and not often. Uh, but yeah, my grandson, my oldest grandson, he helps me when I go to the doctor and stuff. I seen one of them scooters, same place on Amazon I'm looking. They got one just about like it with the same mileage range and everything. And it's a two-seater. It's got a seat behind there where you can put the wife. Uh, I've seen them with a trailer that they pull with a wife behind. I ain't never seen one like that. But it's boy, it's $4,100, $4,100. It ain't cheap. It ain't cheap. I sometimes I thought about a golf cart, but those are kind of big to get to do what I want to do. I want to be able to just drive in the store. Now I don't know about this one though. If I could drive in the store, I may have to. If I had it, I could drive to the store, park it, get them, bring me out one of their handicap scooters, and drive that in the store. Um. Anyway, golly, Ned. Uh, Folks, I'm gonna ask you again. Please send me your email address to my address. Send me an email, and here it is again. Uh, so I'll have your email. And if you think I've got it, but you're not sure, just send me another email. Let's see if I got that spelled right. Yep. Uh, what's going on? Did it? Did it take it? Oh, there. Yeah, there it is. That my sheet number. Willow's not on tonight. I would like to talk to Willow. Uh, but well, got my shirt pulled up, scratching. uh, oh, the used ones. Well, most time when you see a used one, you really can't tell if they're close to being wore out. And that kind of scares me. But I have seen some used ones. But boy, if I was going to get a used one, I'd want to be able to know for sure how old it is and everything. Because those things are not cheap to work on. Batteries for this one I'm looking at would probably cost. I think there's 4 batteries in it, and I think it would be close to $500 to replace them. Now there's a lot of electric wheelchairs around that people's got them. A lot of veterans that's got them, and they died, and they're selling them and stuff. And love you too, Naparuski. Uh, deserves the Harley Davidson scooter. All right, now I'm back. The internet just went off. It just went off. Love you too, Elena. Uh, but I was getting ready to cut out anyway because I've been on here for an hour and a half. We got a lot of people on here, but I appreciate it, and I appreciate all y'all can do for me on helping me with that GoFundMe. And I'm not saying put money, I'm just saying help me with other people knowing about it and stuff. And if you think I need to change, go look at it. If you think I need to change the way I wrote it up and stuff, uh, I can do that, and I can even change the picture. I don't know what happened, Christy. It just went down for 2 or 3 minutes, and it wasn't my grandson this All right, I'm back again, and it cut out again. So folks, I am leaving. I appreciate it. I will be doing my Hump Day Live tomorrow. I hope I'll feel better. And Alan, I'm about to send you. He said this. Said it can happen because the smoke from out west is. All right, I got to figure out how to do these cotton picking wrenches. I want put. I click on these three dots, and the only thing that pops up in there is put user in timeout and block user. There's some way I'm gonna have to go in my put up the link again. Okay, here it goes. There it goes. That's the only link I got. I don't know how to do it where it just gives them a live link. Um, put on the link and I can share it in here. Hey, well, I'm fixing to cut out there. I've been having a rough day. But I put up a GoFundMe page, and I'm explained in here about why I did it, and I explained I'm not really comfortable with it, but I've got to get some of my independence back, and not the only way I'm gonna get it back is to get that scooter that's got a 40-mile range on it and runs about 20 miles an hour. But been on here for an hour and 35 minutes. Still got 18 in the house. Uh, but yeah, I was wishing you was on here, Willem. Um, I don't know how to put where it just shows the link instead of that. Instead of this, it's supposed to be just a little line or something, but I don't know how to do it. Oh, he's moderating on another channel. Well, this is not a normal time for me to be on or anything. But I appreciate. Oh, toe in my pain. I mean the pain in my toe. But it's been a good chat. Uh, well, but anyway, I'm gonna cut out. This is running over an hour and a half now, and I feel a lot better than I did when I first come on. I was down in the dumps. Uh, thanks for that sniper hug. Oh man, Barbara. Yeah. Ah, thank you so much. Oh, I feel so damn guilty. Okay, guys, I gotta go. This is not. I don't want to get down that rabbit hole again. Can't drop links to love chats unless I'm rent. So I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to give you rents. I noticed some people that had a wrench don't have a wrench anymore. And I didn't even see. I don't even think Crazy Family had it. I know they had a wrench. I'm gonna have to go check that out. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. I appreciate it. And if you get time, look at this live, and you'll see what we've been talking about. Well, what am I looking? Oh, I'm looking for. Uh, yeah, I'm gonna cut this out. I appreciate it. Trying to keep my head straight, folks. Trying to keep my head straight. Uh, I got stuff on. I'm not done yet, you know. I don't feel like I'm done. I guess if I felt like I was done, I'd probably just die. All right, guys. See you in the next one.